Bulls Radio Lounge. What's going on? How are you?
It's Monday.
It's Monday. How are things? Broadcasting live directly from the 25-foot deep bunker with the satellites going.
That's super deep.
Yeah. And then it's broadcasted across, 4 different 250,000 kilowatts of power.
Yeah.
Directly to
Straight to YouTube, baby.
Matt the Savior, which is picked up from there.
Ping ponged across Africa. Bounced over to Antarctica.
And then gone about 450,000 kilowatts back over to YouTube.
Right. from around the Brazil area. So, yeah, here we are.
Social Reload Show. Everybody knows.
The Social Reload Show. 25 feet below, and I'm 50 feet in the sky. In my dome. Did I tell you I got that tinting done?
No, you didn't.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, how's that going?
On the very upper ones though, they're that chain. I couldn't afford the whole thing. Look, I ain't that rich, but the very top of it is done with that, like, changes, during the sunlight and changes at nighttime, so I can see the stars all the time.
Okay.
And then when the sun's out, it's like noon. I'm not getting blinded and roasted.
Yeah.
My tan's gonna go way down though, I think now.
Your what?
My tan. I've been
Your
developing
tan.
a tan sitting up here.
Oh, for your little, you hang your head, your arm out the window type of deal.
I mean, the whole thing is there's a ball of windows. You know what I mean? I can't escape it, and people can't escape, seeing my nutsack and my butthole. So win-win, except for the fact that I just tinted everything. Now they can't see my nuts, and now I'm not getting a tan. So here we are.
There you go. You're protected on all
now
sides.
I gotta put my arm out the window. Like, I don't even know what we're doing here.
I don't even know. I tell you one thing. I know for a couple of years I didn't even have like AC in my truck.
And now you got a bunker.
And I'm like, oh man, it's like I have AC in my truck. How lovely that feels. Because I mean, if you're not from Florida and you know how the summer goes, like you're craving that winter, like you're praying for like
that
winter
cool AC, baby.
That winter cold front.
Sometimes I go buy a box of ice pops and just sit on it. You know what I mean? While I'm driving.
So then
tuck a couple down my pants and
call
it a day.
So you're driving through there. And some people are like, oh no, it's okay. Florida's not that hot. They get down there and they get back to where they're going back and they've lost about 10 pounds.
That's funny, isn't it?
But it sucks without having AC, man. I like my AC in my car. That's
I don't have AC.
Oh,
I don't believe in it. I don't believe in it.
Oh, I do.
Yeah, no, I don't believe in
AC. Believe in it all day long.
I think it hurts the earth. And, and it turns my lovely vehicle into a sauna of sorts. And I get to enjoy some weight loss on my way to work,
Yeah, all right. You're sweating, taking
I'm sweating a little bit, I got to change the underwear in the back. And we just keep it moving.
Well, I don't know. I can't.
You're not bringing a change of underwear with you, are you?
No, because I got to make sure the AC is working. I'm sorry.
No, fuck that, bro. You're killing the earth.
I'm cool with that. Hey, as long as I stay cool, that's great.
Now you're getting fat. you gotta use the sauna.
The heat box.
Yeah, the makeshift sauna.
Oh, jeez. I couldn't imagine.
Also, you have to say sauna like that. Or
sauna.
It's a sauna. It's the old sweat box.
I'm telling you, those are the days, man. That sweat box, boy. Oof. That.
Yeah. You ever get up in the sweat box and, get a little inappropriate?
No.
You tell me. You're the one on that end.
Nothing came up. It just went muted. I thought you muted on your end.
I've been talking this whole time.
I don't know.
Don't you worry about it. No dead air on this side.
No dead air on this side.
I wasn't saying much. I guess dead air is relative. You know, a little.
Relative speaking, I guess.
Yeah, relatively not dead air because I was talking. Was I saying anything? No. So I mean, kind of dead air.
The sound of silence.
Anyway, we're getting it done. We're sweating in our trucks. We're snipping our farts. What are you doing today?
About the same thing.
Yeah, I thought so. Mr. My AC works. I see you over there.
Oh man, I don't know. That's crazy.
It's Monday, man. You got to make Mondays fun somehow.
Yeah, you do. It's sometimes Mondays just come around. It's like so it comes up too quickly, especially if you're having fun on the weekend. You know.
Oh
so,
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, me and the wife, we have fun every weekend.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Yeah. Yeah, I can see you having fun. You drinking, till you have like a quarter to the bottom.
He came after the aftermath of Friday or Saturday, and he's like, oh, I didn't do much. I was working and whatever. And I go, oh yeah, that was my night. I point at an empty bottle of whiskey. Yeah.
Yeah, you were smoking that whiskey down pretty well. So.
Yeah, but you see me 10, 11 o'clock in the morning. I'm over here chilling.
Yeah. I mean, you're
no hangover, whatever. You're like, hey, yada yada yada. I'm coming through, and I said, okay. I got my fat ass up, and burped and farted, and put some pants on, and said hello.
Burped and farted and said hello.
Yeah, at the same time, it was like
being
It's like being a tube of toothpaste.
It's like shit, shower, and shave all at the same time.
Yeah, except for me, it's just wake up, scratch your butt. Burp and fart at the same time, like a tube of toothpaste.
Oh, man.
and then sometimes I'll throw some pants on, but
I don't know, man. I think as we get older, I think our bodies start to slow down a little bit because
definitely it started to sag too.
I don't know about sagging. I mean, stuff, but it's like I don't know. I have to get up like almost every hour to pee.
No, that ain't happened to me yet.
No.
But I am over my own testicles. I'll tell you that.
Really?
Oh yeah, they hanging, bro.
Oh man, that sucks.
Yeah.
How?
You ever see that South Park episode where they're getting a little bit of testicular cancer by throwing them in the microwave? So
No.
you get some medical marijuana.
No.
You never saw that?
I'm
thinking about doing that now that I can swing them around.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. Now that I don't have to sit up on a counter to put them in there, I can just give them a toss up in there.
And just sort of toss them.
It just kind of it's gonna pinch a little bit when I shut the door.
Well,
but,
it's gonna hurt just a tad.
Just a little bit. But I'm only getting a little cancer, guys. Just a little bit of
cancer. The radiation from the microwave might just.
Prescription.
Huh?
I said just enough for that sweet, sweet prescription.
So there was
marijuana. I'm talking about marijuana.
There was, I guess, another shooting. Did you hear about that?
A shooting?
Yeah, a shooting.
Like a school shooting?
No, just I'm seeing. I'm trying to pull up the story here, but it said 2 killed and 5 wounded in the Willowbrook shooting.
How many killed?
2 people were killed, including a teen boy and another. This is the story broke an hour ago.
No shit. Yeah, no, I hadn't heard of that.
In a shooting in a residential Willowbrook neighborhood Sunday afternoon. I guess
in a neighborhood.
Yeah, I guess it happened yesterday afternoon. But this story came out an hour ago. The shooting occurred about 3 p.m. And according to Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department, deputies arrived at the scene to find 2 people dead at the scene. They were identified as a 17-year-old and a 40-year-old, both from Moreno Valley.
Were they in the same family?
I guess.
Was it like a uncle and a
It didn't really say. It just, they don't have the same.
It would say.
No,
If that was
it just says as a 17-year-old Devin Pogue of Darney, and then a 40. So that two different people, you know. And this guy, the Ford guy, was from Moreno Valley. So another
yeah,
4 men and
that-
women were injured. The sheriff's department said all were expected to survive. Uh,
oh, I think you said they were dead. You
they
mean
were
injured.
well. The other 4 men that were injured. I guess there was more that were injured.
Yeah.
So
Well, I assume as they come out of crit, we'll get to hear the
yeah,
story happen.
yeah. So
Like
it's
we got speculation all day, I'm sure, but
yeah. I mean, it's I guess it's becoming a trend now. I don't know. More of these shootings are
coming
happening.
a trend. People have been shooting people since we got guns.
No, I know, but I mean, it seems like it's becoming more and more, you know, out there. You know what I mean? Like more, uh, you know, more and more people are doing it now. I don't know. They're taking it to extreme. I think. You know,
Well, because your life doesn't matter, only mine does.
that's true. Yeah. I mean, it seems like, you know. I mean, speaking of this, I mean, it seems like nowadays that this like newer generation is like a lot more sensitive, you know, to things than
Oh,
before. You know what I mean? Um,
absolutely.
because it's like, and then stuff like this happens to where, you know, shootings and violence with guns and stuff like that, and school shootings and all that jazz. And you know, I often wonder. I'm like, well, what, you know, compared, I guess, to what I was raised as growing up, and you know, Matt, you the same way. You know, what made them sort of have, I guess, more or less a more challenging lifestyle, you know, growing up to where now they're older, you know, and now they're sensitive to pretty much anything you say. You know, like what changed the tide, you know? What what made us more sensitive in a society that we live in? Does that make
Everybody
sense?
gets a trophy, man.
Huh?
Everybody got a trophy. That's what happened.
Was that what it is? Everybody got a trophy?
And in a really like small kind of a way. Yeah, it's a good way to put it. Like every like what happens when you just tell everybody like, hey, you did enough for a trophy just by trying. Like I get what they were trying to do. Like I get the
Uh,
idea behind it. They're like,
yeah.
oh, people are feeling bad, but they went out there and they tried their best. Recognize that they tried their best. Okay, all well and good, except for the fact that now everybody feels entitled to stuff. They're like, well, I mean, he got a trophy. Why can't I get a trophy? Well, because you didn't do shit.
Sorry
So now they
about your
get
luck, kid.
up. They're
Pack
like,
San.
grand. Why can't I have 60 grand? Well, because you just started.
Yeah.
Well, because you fucking bust tables and he's a chef. Like, what do you mean? Because you're two completely different things.
Right, exactly. I mean, you know, it's I don't know. So some people they just don't get it, you know. And I agree with what you're saying. It's like, you know, when I remember playing like little league baseball, and if you got first place, right, then you know, or if you won the game, you know, you got fries and a hot dog and a drink, you know, and the other team just, you know, walked off. Better luck next time. And now it's like, well, we'll buy soda and fries and hot dogs for everybody.
Hello.
I'm still here.
Could you hear anything I said? Hold on, I can't hear you.
No, no,
You didn't hear anything?
no.
God damn it! I went off on a rant and now I can't even. And I realized that like my phone was frozen or whatever, and I was like, oh shit.
Ah, was it a good
Any-
rant?
We're living through a time that like isn't going to be nearly as impactful anymore. But it's, literally because everybody got recognized for something they didn't do. Now they're in the workforce, like, well, he gets 60 grand and I get 10 grand a year. Like, what the fuck? And, they're causing all these things. And it's like, well, you didn't earn it. He's a chef, you're a busboy. Like, know your place. And nobody does, because back in the day, it didn't really fucking matter, did it? Like, all growing up, it didn't matter if you were the MVP or you were on the bench. You all were getting the same recognition.
Right.
And now you're expecting that as an adult, and it's like, you need your handheld and stuff like that. And we're dealing with, that's what made everybody so sensitive. They're like, well, you can't say that. That hurts my feelings. Shut the fuck up. It should hurt your feelings. That's why I said it. Quit being such a bitch and do something to change it.
And then they get upset, and then they go, well, I'm going to go,
well, this is something that we do, or it's something that, like, maybe we're the last generation to know or whatever, but yeah, you got to try a little bit.
Yeah, I agree.
If you don't like what I'm saying, then change it. If you don't give a shit and you just want to whatever, then stay the same. Who cares?
Yeah.
Who gives a fuck what I think? If my opinion hurts your feelings, did I hurt your? Nobody cares.
I love it.
So and now we got people that actually do make decisions, Disney and people with money and companies that run.
That's what I don't. That's what I don't get.
Crying about not having a trophy.
Hold
and
on.
Now, and it's making things even worse.
That's what I don't get. Is that a multi-billion-dollar company annually, right?
Yeah.
And a group of people have the power to make them
here's the best part.
Change.
Here's the best part about that group of people. That's not even their clientele.
That's
just literally less than 1% of their clientele. Their clientele are children.
Yeah.
And parents that buy their children the movies and tickets to the fucking theme parks and stuff. You start alienating us, quote unquote, straight parents or whatever you want to call us. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the other thing. We don't care if you slander our fucking whatever the shit. That's how I know that all this stuff is just. I can't even go there. But I'm not gonna do it. I won't do it to your channel. I'm not gonna do it anyway.
Okay. All right.
Anyway, they're alienating the people that are actually paying for them to be a multi-billion-dollar company.
Exactly. Yes.
And they're gonna listen to these little fucks, and we're gonna cancel our Disney Plus subscriptions. We're not gonna buy fucking tickets until they change their attitude.
Yeah.
They're in goddamn tea. There's a lot of us that are like, fuck you, bro.
And that's the kind of thing that I sort of look at, because I kind of look at it if I was the president of the company and somebody came up to me and they go, hey, we don't like or these people don't like the way the ride is scripted. No,
it's not even about the rides, dude.
No, I'm just saying, for example, you know what I mean? And I go, and, you don't like it, you go somewhere else,
Well, that's exactly what we're going to do. But here's the thing. They're doing this as if it's like, oh, this is going to help us, and it's going to do nothing but hurt them, in my mind.
Yeah.
In my mind, like, okay, so you appease this little group of people. Yay, your week-long, once a year gay pride, whatever that you do is going to be jam-packed. Wonderful. You have a week out of the year now when you were open the entire year with dwindling numbers.
Right. Because
we're being alienated. Right. So, and here's the thing, like, if you look, all the upper echelon in the Disney Corporation, they're all in California, where all this stuff is being pushed so hard. Even the president. Did you watch the meeting?
No, I didn't watch the meeting at all.
Oh, you should. Should. It made me cringe. It's so cringeworthy. But even the president of Disney right now, she's like, oh, my kids, one's non-binary, whatever the hell, and one is like a carrot, whatever. And it's like,
wait,
so,
what? Oh.
I made a joke.
Oh, okay.
They both identify as not what they are biologically, whatever. However, you're allowed to talk now. That's obviously anything I say is going to be fucking like, oh my god, he said something terrible.
Right.
So, however I'm allowed to say it, they're not that. They're something else, and it's like, so this rarity, this thing that's actually very rare, happened twice to you, to both your kids. Or are you just projecting? Because this is the hot thing right now.
I think
that's what you're dealing with as a president.
I think they're projecting.
They are obviously projecting.
Yeah, because listen. All right.
The actual so, and here's the thing: it is real that people feel out of body and feel out of place and whatever, and want to do this or that or gay and all this, and nobody cares as far as like you're equal, you're a
Yeah.
person.
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
fine. Don't care.
it's
However,
the problem is it's they're trying to fight for equal rights. You know, they
no,
want to
they already have. They're allowed. They can vote in a lot of places. They can get married. They already have it.
but the
The fight is
problem
over.
the problem is that you've got the oldie and the foldies that are in there that don't want to change and don't like.
Okay, so we're literally talking a matter of time to weed the last couple out. It's won though. You've already won the fight. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
now you're trying to so now it's like, well, let's brainwash the kids and let them know about sex and stuff too. No, bro. A toddler doesn't need to know about sex, nor does it need to know about
I
alternative versions of it.
yeah, no, and I agree with
Heterosexual,
that.
gay,
Yeah.
Toasters don't care. They shouldn't know about it.
You should leave your personal business
Let them
out,
be
you know.
innocent while they have the ability to be innocent.
Right,
Because
exactly.
that window of innocence is getting shorter and shorter and shorter with every passing generation because we're getting smarter and smarter earlier and earlier.
Exactly.
Let them be
Yeah.
kids.
Yeah, exactly.
It's-
Let them be kids. Don't sit there and I agree totally. Don't sit there and make them decide on what
Well, at least just even give them the opportunity to question things like that. Like it's just shouldn't even be in their brain yet. They'll know if they feel out of place.
Yeah, exactly.
They will know, and they're going to tell somebody because you can talk to people.
Mhm.
Nobody is
True.
like, and I can't say nobody. Obviously, there are just as much as there is these types of people out there in the world is the bigots of that type of person.
True. Yep.
It's a very small percentage though.
Oh yeah.
And they're poking at it like everybody thinks that way. Barely anybody thinks like this.
Nope.
Just like with the whole women's rights thing, and just like with the whole African American versus white thing in America and stuff like that.
The
All
Black
that stuff
Lives
is
Matter
basically
thing.
but not if you listen to the mainstream media and stuff like that. Oh my God, it's worse than ever. No, it's not. In what world are you looking at?
It's
You know what I mean? It
it-
doesn't even make
it's
sense.
scare tactics. That's why.
Even just as a point of reference, and I don't know,
Yeah.
it's gonna sound weird or whatever, but even my mom who grew up with racist parents because they were old enough that like racism was still a thing.
Mhm.
Even she ended up dating, an African American at some point.
Mhm.
So if you're telling me that it's like, oh well, it's instilled by the parents and stuff, no, the fuck it's not. You're allowed to make your own decisions, and we do. And we are all very accepting of all these types of lies, is that it's going to damage real kids. And then my kids have to grow up with those kids and then wonder if the person that they're taking out for a date was actually a guy or a girl at one point. And now they're identifying as the other thing now. Or, again, a unicorn or a toaster or purple or whatever the fuck.
A unicorn or a toaster.
Yeah, right? Come at me, boy. I swear to God, any of y'all, hit us up in the comments. I want to talk to y'all.
That's
Because I
funny.
gotta know. I gotta know. In what world are you looking at where we're fucking bigots and racists and all this stuff? Because I haven't seen it.
See
I've
here's
lived here 35 years, bro.
yeah here's
Am I where it exists somewhere? Yeah. Is it right in my face all the time? No.
the biggest thing is like when back a couple years ago when I used to work for Target, right, and they had those what was it called, those male female or whatever it was, bathrooms, and
Oh, okay.
and it was like, okay, I get what you're trying to do, and I understand you're trying to appease the masses and make good on your name, because Target even changed their clothing. Instead of saying boys and girls, it just says, whatever. It doesn't say boys and girls. It says something
What does it
different.
say? That's very
You know.
important.
Um,
What is this? What is it? What do they call it now?
I think it's like I can't remember. I think like his or hers or something like that.
Masculine.
Yeah, something like that. So,
Them and they.
but anyways, so the biggest question was is that if a person comes in, right, and not saying everybody is like this, but if a person comes in and dressed like a woman, right, but obviously looks like a guy,
Okay.
are we supposed to say anything if they go into the restroom?
It's a wonderful question.
I want to know that was brought up.
Right now you can't,
And
but
that
it's
was
a wonderful question.
yeah.
It's definitely something that should be brought up. There's these woke TikTokers even that I watch, sometimes or whatever, just to get some context into their little world.
Mhm.
And there was one guy on there that was like, so just started using the female bathroom at work this week. It was awkward, but I'm doing it, and it's so obviously a guy.
Right.
So obviously a guy, not even like halfway through his change or anything like that. If he's getting surgery and stuff like that, hasn't even done it, and he's using the girls' bathroom now.
That's
Yeah.
interesting.
Or there was a prison guard that jumped on the bandwagon of, oh, I feel like a girl too, and started being a female prison guard because they wanted to be inclusive of his feelings, and then he started raping them.
Oh, jeez.
So, like, you know what I mean? Like, we're on a slippery slope, guys. And it's
And
like
that's
the more you guys
yeah.
fight for this nonsense, the more and more these crazy, weird, bad, backward shit is going to happen.
And that's what I'm saying. It's like you
Or
go
the man that's the number one swimmer on the women's team now,
right.
or that man that was like a quote unquote woman UFC fighter and whooped the fuck out of a female to the point where she needs like reconstructive surgery and stuff. Like,
Are you serious?
yes, I'm serious. Like, this is
Wow.
all happening because you guys want to feel included and whatever when you should already feel included. There's nothing. You guys are working on this weird false agenda that's we're never gonna. It's never gonna reach its end.
Hold on.
Every
This
time we give a little bit, it's never enough. They're like, "Oh,
Yeah.
what about this? I need to be called a Zemze now." What the fuck does that mean? If you have to ask, you're a bigot. What? It's never going to be enough. You're going to keep giving
Yeah.
them and giving them and giving them, and it's like at some point you got to be like, okay, guys, you're destroying the country.
so this
And they've
this
already gone after the kids, and we're like, okay, go for it. It's
this
cool.
UFC fighter that proclaimed himself as a woman, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's obviously was a man, right?
Right. Used to be.
Or used to be, or still is, or whatever.
Yes, I haven't checked under the skirt.
So he
But again,
was fighting this other girl, and
I mean, man.
now I guess he beat her so bad in the UFC ring that now she has
Right.
to have reconstructive surgery.
And I'll give her this. She had to agree to the fight. You had to agree to the fight, I guess, is your only saving grace as a guy that literally just legally whooped the shit out of a female. And this was months ago now, dude. Maybe even a year ago now.
That's still
That's
crazy.
old news. That's
Yeah.
old hat. That the more recent thing is the guy that just went to that was losing. He was like number 200 something, ranked 200 and something in the men's league of swimming. Said, "Oh, I'm a girl then," and went over to the girls' league and won.
Huh.
So it's like, and so now all you see is memes of like him standing there at the pool or whatever with his arms up, having just won or whatever. And it's like when you couldn't beat the game on normal mode, so you switch it to easy mode. is my favorite meme of that whole thing.
That man, I don't know. That's crazy. That's people just take things and they go one step further. And that's what I was trying to get. With the Target thing, it's like, you get people that come in there that are just like take advantage and be creeps. I mean, you may have the genuine people who are like, genuinely want to do whatever, which is whatever. But, you got the creeps on both spectrums. It's not just, just on the male side.
Oh no, for sure.
And that's the craziness because, like,
for sure. I guess my argument is, and I guess what people's argument since the beginning of time has always been, is that a guy can do way more damage.
well, of course, yeah.
Physically, we're just built differently. We have we have denser bones, we have bigger muscle mass. Like we're bigger creatures, and
Right.
for forever we've been the protectors and the hunters and the whatevers because of that. Because we're bigger. Because we can go grab a boulder and bring it back to the fucking tribe or whatever. We were the ones to do that, so we're just our
Right.
stature order. You put that up against especially in like a UFC fight situation.
Of course,
The
right.
fuck is wrong with you?
That's you're just looking for trouble right there. I
You're
mean,
absolutely looking
yeah,
for trouble.
yeah. I mean, come on. I mean, it's like putting a amateur up against a heavyweight boxer, or
Yeah. Yeah,
or
fresh
or
something
going
like
up against like what's his name, Mike Tyson. you
Right.
know, and just saying, hey, Mike Tyson, just he's a punching bag. Just go ahead and do your deal, you know. I mean,
It's disgusting, man.
it's not
And
balanced, you know.
I'm all for it. If you feel some type of way and you want to get it out, do it. But all this bandwagoning and this dividing of countries and the fact that they're trying to like play the long game by getting at our kids, so when our kids are old enough to be the ones voting and stuff like that, they've already been brainwashed. They've already been
Well, of
fucked with.
course, right.
All these policies won't seem so foreign to them and stuff like that. So even if like they lose the next election and Trump comes back or some Republican gets in office, whatever,
Uh-huh.
and they reverse all this bullshit that just happened over the last couple of years, right?
Yeah.
Right. Say even that happens, it doesn't matter. Why? Because the damage has been done to the future generation that's going to be voting,
True. It's
and they won't do anything wrong with it. And I mean, there's just the to fully unpack this thing. One, it would rile me. Like you think I'm wild right now, it would rile me way up. And two, I don't think we have that kind of time, and I don't want to damage our reputation that much.
No, I mean,
already-
I've agreed with everything that you've said. I mean, and I've questioned a lot about that because there's a lot of gray areas with that. It's like,
Well, that's the problem. That's
Yeah.
why it's able loosely interpreted, and people are able to get away with these weird loopholes, like fighting a bitch in a UFC fight, or like being a prison guard when you're a man, for a bunch of females, and then getting away with raping and stuff.
yeah,
It's like you're telling me you ain't seeing this.
yeah, that's
As the officials, as the people making these rules, you're telling me you don't see this.
and you don't do anything about it until it's too late. I mean,
Promoting it naturally is what you do. You
Right.
keep promoting it because this is the right thing to do. I feel like it's almost like are they trying to effeminate like men so much so like this whole equal rights thing between men and women, right? Let's just look
Yeah.
at that as are they trying to instead of empower women to come up quote unquote to our level, or are they trying to down so that they can have ultimate control? They're now the man, if you want to put it that way, and we all as a society are the female. We're under the thumb. Always were or whatever. We're just we're at the house. Don't worry, waiting on you, government daddy. Right?
I don't know. I don't know if that's.
You fuck me kind of a thing.
I don't know. I think it's more of like.
All this stuff is so. I'm not a conspiracist, man, and I've said that times talking to you, but it's true. At the same time, these things are so fucking strange, and the fact that we're going along with it so blindly is concerning.
Well, and that's the thing. It's like women, females have been fighting for their rights for decades, in a broad spectrum of ways.
In what world is your wife less than you?
None.
Exactly. Guess what? Mine either. And you know what? It's funny because when you talk to anybody I've ever talked to, anybody that I've ever talked to, agrees with the stance that we're taking right now.
Yeah.
That the equal. Yeah, we've already accepted everybody's equal.
It's
we already
50-50,
treat the same way that I wanted to be treated.
Yeah.
If somebody comes up to me and is like, "Hey, I used to be Sean, now I'm Sean, but I'd like you to call me Miss." Okay, we'll just be like, "All right, ma'am." And we might snicker behind their back because we're human and we're fucking, whatever.
Well, yeah. I mean, it
has nothing to do with lack of respect. We'll still call you ma'am. We'll still call you whatever. And I'm just throwing that out there in case somebody wants to be like, well, look at this guy talking shit about it, whatever. Well, yeah, we're still human and we still think things are weird. We're allowed to.
There was a when I was at Busch Gardens doing tech at the warehouse, there was two older guys, that's been there for a couple of years, and knew the warehouse like the back of their hand. And this one, kid, 18 years old, I think, came in and started working, and she was transferring from female to male. And these guys hadn't. It was the first time that we've had a transferring person because, I guess he got the inject or she or whatever.
Let's move on. Okay.
Yeah. So the old guys were like, holy crap, what do we do? What happens?
Nothing.
And then HR, yeah, then HR came over and it's like, listen, you guys gotta chill out. Nothing's gonna, it's the same person no matter what. And blah blah blah. And it's
right.
like,
So the problem is in when you're in my face about it, telling me that I'm one thing when I'm not.
Yeah.
Right. So we're getting a very small percentage of people telling everybody else.
Right, because they couldn't handle somebody
that they don't whatever, and it's like I don't know where you're getting that from. That was years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was years ago.
Yeah.
The fuck are you talking about? You haven't been accepted in whatever, blah 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 blah. Did that guy lose it? Or did he lose his job?
No, he didn't lose his job. They just got because I don't know. It's.
No, I'm asking you a real question. Is a yes or no? Did he lose his job because he was a trans man?
No.
He didn't. That's my point.
Okay.
All right. What do you mean? We're not respected. We're not equal. We can't have the same whatever the fuck as you. You're out of your mind. You're looking for a handout.
True. Yeah.
And what you're doing is you're destroying our country in the process and our children. I don't know what. That's not funny to me. It makes me angry because you're lying. You're bold-faced lying, and our powers that be are just going along with it. They're like, yeah, put more penises in the Disney films. I'm all about it. Yes, thank you.
Yeah, I mean it's I think those subliminal messages that you talk about is and I've seen them before too. I think that's a little bit overkill.
You need this meeting.
Huh?
You need to watch that meeting. Listen to what these Disney execs are talking about.
Okay, is it on Netflix or?
What I said just now is exactly what their aim is.
Mm. Is it like
like you don't understand? Their aim is to add more same-sex rigmarole into every movie. They want more trans characters. They want more trans leads. They want more gay leads. They want more. They're going to be throwing in random men kissing in the background, women kissing in the background. Again, not against any of this on a personal level, but my children, who are innocent and know not word one about fucking sex, hetero, gay, of any sort, do not need to be taught that by a company whose aim is to entertain in a wholesome way. That's true. Their whole goal since day one with Mickey Mouse.
True.
Entertainment in a wholesome fucking way. Who, by the way, Walt Disney, very famous bigot, very famous racist. And now they're like, oh, well, we want to move away from that image so far that we're going to add more dicks into our shows. What the fuck are you talking about?
No, I get it. I mean, I haven't heard about this, and I just looked it up. You know what I mean?
Hated it. So literally a company created by a man who did not like gay people, did not like blacks, did not like Jews.
You mean Walt Disney himself?
Correct. You didn't know this?
I didn't know that. Yeah. I mean, I haven't really looked too much into his history, so.
Yeah, no, just look it up. I mean, it'll come right up for you.
Yeah. So, I mean, I've watched a bunch of the History Channel shows, but I never actually. I mean, they didn't really say all that mess. But
my point is that they've gone. They're like, I don't know, man. It's just it's.
No, I mean,
it makes me want to leave the entire United States.
No, and I agree with you. I remember one day we were at we went to Disney, and it was I remember walking through the park, and I saw a bunch of red shirts, and I'm like,
oh,
all right. And,
about to say,
and
I think I know what you're about to say.
Yeah, and so I'm like sitting there, I'm like, all right, this is sort of strange, and I see a couple of guys holding hands, whatever, it doesn't matter to me, no big deal, right? And then I start thinking, and I'm like, oh, okay, this is like gay day. I'm like, all right, no big deal, whatever.
They got a week dedicated to it.
What's that?
They got like a whole week.
Well, it used to be one day.
Which, by the way, they're always welcome.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
it's just a specific celebration for this particular type of person.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It used to be one day, like one night. or something like that. But the one of the biggest issues I had with that night, I guess it strikes out, is that, and again, mind you, this is years ago, but we were riding or getting in line for like Pirates of the Caribbean, and it was a group of gay individuals that was singing "It's a Gay Day After All," and they were singing it pretty loud, and a bunch of kids were around, the big group, and
So brandishing dildos and penises, I don't care. I don't care personally if you're gay, and I don't care that you want to kiss each other, hold hands, hug, whatever, just like a normal every other couple would do, right? Doesn't bother me.
Well, I think at some point you kind of have to like have a filter no matter what sexual preference that you have. You know what I mean? Especially if there's kids around that are like and mind you, I agree that you have it's good to explain to them certain things, but nevertheless.
Well, second of all, it depends on those things.
Yeah, no, nevertheless, I mean it's but when you're at a children's park dedicated to children, and the magic of having children there, that's where I think no matter what race, creed, religion, what you believe in, whatever, I think it should just be left out the door, and just enjoy.
Entertainment industry.
What's that?
Is that it has no place there.
No, just enjoy.
Child in any kind of sexual way.
Right.
Otherwise we would have allowed, the naked women and the penises on the cover from the days of yore. But we went up in arms about that, and now we're like, oh no, they should add some more. We need more gay fornication in our Disney movies. We really do. Now we're all about it? No. The answer is no, we're not.
No,
it's a small percentage of people that are like yes and clapping for them and saying yes, Queen, yes. There's literally 1% of people doing that, and because they're getting hoorah'd at all, they're like, okay, we must be doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Watch their sales dwindle and watch them revert.
That's true.
Anybody that thinks it's wrong, gay, straight, whatever, you think it's wrong for them to indoctrinate kids and start brainwashing them, cancel your shit.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with it. Yeah.
Because really, like, let's be real here. It doesn't matter what you believe in. Be real and understand that children are innocent, and it's supposed to be about entertainment and not about agenda, not about politics in any kind of way.
That's true.
They're too young.
And to be honest with you, here's the thing. When you take, and I've heard this, throughout the years of being in entertainment, and I've been, like I said, I've been doing entertainment now for 22 years. Okay. And a lot of parents have said, that, oh, it's my kids, whatever, it's their magic, whatever. And I look at the kid, and the kid's like 1, right? Or less than 1. And I go, you're waiting in line for Santa, right?
Sure.
And you're worried about your kid that's less than 1 year old having this remarkable, magical time.
Which usually just scares the shit out of them at that age, by the way.
But, yeah, psychologically, it speaks nothing for them. Because you take them to Disney to go see Little Mermaid at that age, they have no idea what the hell is going on. You know what I mean?
5. Hey, you remember when we went and saw Little Mermaid at Disney? No.
No. It's the
Disney before? Yeah.
It's the parents living through their kids trying to pursue some sort of.
Well, no, they can't purchase things for themselves, but in another way, I do see what you're saying, and I agree. Like my wife, we did one of those trips to Disney or whatever for like a week or whatever.
Yeah.
And brought the kids, but like my youngest was way too young. You know what I mean? And it was really just more that, the wife's putting her foot down and saying, I want to go. I want to take the kids. Get too old. I'm like, they're not old enough yet, was my argument. And I just got shot down essentially. And like, oh, well, we're going. And it's okay, well. So we spent a bunch of money. And now she's like, well, we got to go again. They were too young. Yeah, bitch, I know. I said that from the get-go. He couldn't even ride Stone Mountain and ended up crying. It was like devastating for him. You know what I mean? It's like,
yeah.
oh, well.
Nah, I don't. I'm good without riding those rides.
Stone Mountain's Georgia. Sorry.
But no, they're not gonna remember all that mess. You know what I mean? It's like you ask them now if you got one of those books that they got the autographs from the characters that you spent $40 on to go do.
Okay.
Do you remember that when you got Goofy to sign your book? No. Not really.
Well, no, of course not. I mean, so I mean, there's something to be that's the parents' responsibility. Disney is not going to stop the parent from doing that because they're making money. So who cares?
Of course.
But
But that's what I'm saying. It's more the parents.
The topic. Like I don't know, man. I say I know I'm pulling my money from them until they change their fucking attitude. Honestly, include everybody and stop excluding somebody. Like so, it's like okay, well we have to include the gay side and the plus side and all that stuff. So let's alienate the hetero side. Why does anybody have to be alienated at all?
Yeah. What is your
why is there an us or them thing? Why can't it be just an overall an us thing? Everybody, inclusive, right? That's what the whole thing is about, right? Feeling equal. Then how come I don't feel equal anymore?
True. I mean, it's
right.
Yeah.
Am I right?
I mean,
we want equality. We want, African American rights, and we want equality. We want gay and plus equality, right? Like, but somebody's got to go down. Is what it feels like the upper echelon saying. They're like, well, somebody's got to go down for this. Must be got to be the white heterosexual male. That's got to be the one. Why? Because he's been on top for so long. He's got to go to the bottom.
So.
He hasn't been. We've been. I swear to God.
So let me ask you a question. Why can't a corporation like that, just if I was in charge of the Disney Corporation, I'd be like, listen, we're not taking a stance on anything. Okay,
right.
we have. Nothing to do with anything. So, just come to the park, have a good time, and,
and get the fuck out.
Yeah, because it's like with, when you start sort of doing all this extra stuff and then people just don't, like it, if you don't do it anymore or something like that, or it's this against that or that against this and stuff like that. So, it's really kind of crazy, and I don't think a corporation like that should actually
Yeah, they dance in politics. They shouldn't be spreading dirt.
No, and if they want to sit there and have,
they should be staying so far away from it out of fear of sales.
And if they want to sit there and have like their quote unquote gay day, or they want to have their grad bash, they want to have their this, that's fine. Do your extracurricular things like Universal does.
Just let everybody go.
Yeah, period. Yeah. Like for example, Universal does Halloween Horror Nights, right? And
look, listen to me. The fact that if you say gay day, right? A day dedicated to you gay to the gay community, right?
Okay.
But it feels like that's the day I'm allowed to go. Every other day is for the straight people. Just everybody can come whenever the fuck they want. Spend your money however the fuck you feel like you need to. If gay boy wants, and I'm sorry that's insensitive, but I'm gonna say it. If gay boy wants his lightsaber and gay girl wants her unicorn, great. Go buy it. Go ride a couple rides. Buy a falafel and get the fuck out. Come back next week. See you again.
Buy a falafel.
They can't even whatever. Yeah, they can't even say. I meant like what are those called?
I don't know what those things are called, but apparently they've been there for a while. So,
I don't even know what a falafel is. Anyway, Anyway, get a falafel. I don't care if they have them. Go for it. You know what I mean? I know they got waffle cakes. They're delicious. Try it. So
Go honk Bobo for a while.
they're not even allowed to say "ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls" anymore. They took that out of their vernacular.
Really?
Yeah, they don't say that anymore. Not allowed.
Wow.
Not allowed. So that whole every night they do that fireworks show or whatever. It starts off, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages,
Yeah.
blah 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 blah. Not allowed to say that anymore. The whole thing has changed
No kidding.
To include the new crowd that was always there.
Yeah.
And just are pretending like they weren't allowed to be for some reason. And we're like, oh man, then we feel really bad for them that they weren't allowed to see it. Disney's great. You should try it. Yeah, they've been there. They know.
They know how Disney is.
It makes me so mad, dude. It makes me so mad because it's just so obvious. And everybody's like pussyfooting around it because they don't actually want real results. Right? They don't actually want results. They just want to cause a problem. They just want to cause a stir. They, not being the community, the plus community, and necessarily the they that are trying to run agenda, the they that are trying to push politics, the they that are causing these laws and things to happen. Like the whole reason that Jordan Peterson doesn't live in Canada anymore, because they're trying to make him that they've made it a law that you have to use these pronouns, and if you don't, you can get fined or jail time or whatever. He goes, as soon as they start telling me what I can and can't say, I gotta go.
That's true. Yeah.
And
I agree with you.
There's 32 recognized genders in New York right now. That if you include male and female, it's 32.
32.
Yeah, those all have to be recognized. So if I walk into a Waffle House and they're like, "Here, sir, here's your waffle." I don't know why I'm all about waffles tonight, but here's your waffle, and I'm like, I'm a Zer. How dare you? Now all of a sudden I get to cause a problem. I'm going to get my meal for free, possibly, maybe get them fined, maybe get some jail time on that cashier, all because like causing a problem that day. Right? It's a slippery slope now. There's 30 some odd whatever the fucks, and now today I feel like you know what? I just feel like I don't have money for my lunch today. I'm going to cause a problem. Let them call me ma'am or sir. Let them do it.
Yeah. I got this one. I saw this one video. It says new leaked video shows Disney CEO grovel in front of employees. So I haven't heard this before. So this is a newly leaked video.
I don't know what you're talking about. When did it come out?
April 8th, 2022.
Let's see it.
The emails that have been sent.
You don't even have your screen shared. I'm not going to go see it.
Hold on. Yeah, I do. Oh, no. I don't have it on the Discord. That's right. Let me go up here. And then let me go down to here. Here we go. There we go. There you go, buddy. How's that? Is that better?
Let's see. All right.
All right, here we go. So this guy, I guess, is the CEO.
Spoken with LGBTQ plus employees and their allies, met with advocacy groups, and convened my own leadership team. And I have been taken by the honesty, the openness, and the urgency of their stories. I want you to know that your words have made a real impact on me. I understand that we've made mistakes and the pain that those mistakes have caused. And I know that our silence wasn't just about the bill in Florida, but about every time an individual or institution that should have stood up for this community did not. I and the leadership team are determined to use this moment as a catalyst for more meaningful and lasting change.
Pathetic mouth.
So there you go. You still there?
Yeah, it froze up again as soon as I got into the live.
Yeah, so he was apologizing to the employees of the Disney.
Of Disney about what?
About, I guess, the meeting that was leaked.
It wasn't leaked. They live streamed it.
Okay, I'm trying to find the original one, and I can't find the original one because I'm curious to see what it says. You know.
All right, hold on. Stop scrolling so damn fast. Stop.
All right, Jesus Christ.
I can't see.
But
scroll down.
Uh-huh.
Keep going.
All right. the Disney's annual shareholders meeting.
Damn, yeah, and DeSantis is going after him too. I fucking love DeSantis. if he runs for president, I swear to God, I'll vote for him.
So this was a shareholder.
As long as he
meeting.
sticks to his guns, as long as he doesn't like cave like all these other fucks, and is like, okay, my bad, and starts apologizing for shit he shouldn't be apologizing for.
True.
As long as he sticks to his guns and is like, no, this is fucking wrong. I fucking love the man because he's somebody with power that's saying exactly the right things. Like, no, it's not okay. It's not fucking okay. And people aren't willing to stand up to Disney because they literally employ like a third of Florida.
I wonder if this.
This isn't it.
No, I don't know. I don't know if it'll have it on there. I typed in Disney's shareholder meeting, but in any case,
hold on, stop. I think you just passed it. No. So these are all just reactions to their meeting.
Yeah,
is everything that you're seeing here?
Yeah. But anyways,
But yeah,
I mean,
they straight up streamed it.
Okay.
It was not a It was not. They weren't trying to hide it. They weren't trying nothing. They straight up
streamed it out live.
They did. They did it like that on purpose too, because they wanted to show the woke culture how woke they are, and try to make them look better to the people that are talking the most nonsense. Like, I don't know, man. Like, to me, it's just it's crazy because you're literally alienating your audience. Your exact audience. I'm over here buying Disney for my kids.
Yeah.
Which is going to stop until you decide that you don't want to fucking shove penises in their face. And they keep calling the DeSantis bill the "Don't Say Gay" bill, and they're doing that on purpose too, so that the woke culture tries to get all up in an uproar.
So if he doesn't,
and that's not what it is. It's saying the law literally just says that if you're a teacher, you can't be talking shit to these kids about alternative sexes and sex. The only thing that you're allowed to do is go through sex ed and learn about the reproductive system like you used to.
Which that should what they'll always be doing. Not
can't do it. Nobody can do it. Yeah.
Right.
Except for the parents.
Right. Yeah, it's the parents' job. If they want them to know all this kind of crazy shit.
Yeah, it shouldn't be up to the
guess,
teacher
but
to
it's still,
do that.
It's a parent's discretion, I suppose.
Yeah, it is.
And we got some questionable parents out there, and I'll give you that. But it's definitely not up to a company to decide.
No, I agree with that. I think that Disney, overstepped their bounds with this one, and they should, be staying sort of, out of the way and not take sides on either plane.
Yeah, let's wrap this up. We blew right through our break. Let's take a 5.
All right, so we talked about a lot. Let's get we got Matt all fired up. I haven't heard him fired up in a while.
You can't give me a shot out of a can like that, man. I'll never stop.
Oh no, it's cool. It's great. It's good. It's good audio.
It's good audio.
It's good
yeah,
audio.
It's gonna get us canceled,
Yeah.
but
Nah, we'll be all right. Don't worry about it, buddy. I'll take care of everything. All right.
I'm not. I've got 1,000 emails. I'll start another YouTube.
All right.
I'll keep it coming, baby.
We'll take a break.
You want more of this anti-woke rhetoric? I got you. Don't worry.
I love it. Bring it all day long.
Bringing it.
When we come back.
Let's take a 5.
Yeah, we come back.
More lighthearted, maybe. Hopefully.
Yeah. We're going to talk about a couple different stories out there. One of which a KFC here in Tampa, mind you, sort of kind of contributed their advertising to a certain celebrity.
That's the funniest sign I've seen all day.
So we'll get into that next. Don't go away.
Yeah.
Social Reload Show. Back in the moment. Make sure you put your mic on mute there, Matt.
Always do.
Fantastic. Back in a minute.
Such a lovely place, such a love. Thank you. Far too kind. Yeah. Ready? Let's go. Can I get an encore? Do you want more? Cook and roll with the Brooklyn boys. So for one last time, I need y'all to roll. Yeah. Now what the hell are you waiting for? After me, there should be no more. So for one last time, nigga, make some noise. Get him, Jay. Who you know fresher than Ho? Riddle me that. The rest of y'all know where I'm lyrically at. Can none of y'all mirror me back? Yeah, hear me rap, it's like Han G rapping his prime. I'm Young H.O., raps Grateful Dead.
Bulls Radio Lounge, Social Reload Show. If you're wondering how do you get on here, just go to youtube.com. Just search Bulls Radio Lounge. youtube.com. Just search Bulls Radio Lounge. And you'll find it right there. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that, whatever other button you gotta hit to just notify yourself that we're live, like we are now. So with me, Bull, and Matt the Savior on the other end. Matt's there. Matt, are you there?
Never. All right, I'll be here this time.
You'll be-
You lucked out. You lucked out.
No, it's good, and you keep me on my toes. So,
All right. Somebody got to do it.
So I've got this Keel and Curly. God, I can't even talk. Keel and Curly Farms, the Agrian cider, the strawberry and lime. So it's in the can, right? It's a what do you call it? A cider. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
So I'm gonna pop that open and give it a nice crisp,
refreshing.
very refreshing, very
Oh,
good
you're
for a
drinking
cider.
on one right now.
Yeah.
All right.
So
We'll pass one this way.
I
Send it to the teleporter.
I will. There you go. But if I had, well, that'd be nice if you had one of those, wouldn't it?
A teleporter?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
You'd never be late for work.
Damn right.
You know, you wake up like 2 minutes till, and you got 30 seconds to get there. Oh,
no,
okay.
I'm not worried about being late for work anyway.
Just saying.
Oh, geez, my microphone's way far away. My apologies.
But no, it's I think that'd be kind of cool. You think we'll ever get there, technology-wise? I mean, do you think we'll ever get to a teleporter, till we can go from one spectrum of the universe to another? Maybe, kind of. By myself. Check it. 1, 2, 3. I think Matt is not with us. I think his satellite went down. I hope not. Matt, you there, bud? Maybe his satellite went down. I don't know. Anyways, so yeah, I mean, I think it'd be kind of cool if Matt, you there? Maybe give me a signal, something. I think it'd be kind of cool to have a teleprompter. You know, hopefully, not a teleprompter, a teleporter. You know, I think it'd be really cool to have that, and to maybe the signal got out. I don't know. I don't know what happened. Maybe he'll come back. Let's see what happens. I don't know. It's crazy. The other thing with a teleprompter, I keep on saying teleporter, is that they were talking about how there's a message on it. Let's see. Why? Let's see. Message. Tech difficulties. All right. Alexandria Wine. I don't know who that. Yeah, a lot of tech difficulties. I guess on Matt's end with his satellite. Let's see. Okay, so Matt had to restart Discord, I guess, which is fine. I mean, that's cool. Yeah, go do your thing, and you know, we'll still be here talking about different things and going through. This will be a Bull's Thoughts, but it'll just, you know, continue on. So just join in when you can, my friend. So it's all good. It's all good. So one of the stories that I had, which I hope that you can come back so we can talk about it, was the KFC. It says the KFC located at 2305 James Redmond Parkway. I think that's in Plant City. Says our spicy chicken sandwich hits harder than Will Smith. Oof, that's rough. While the spelling mistake is forgivable, some people are not forgiving Will Smith following his slap with Chris Rock in the Oscars. On Sunday, the veteran actor said that Will Smith must return his Oscar in the wake of Smith's onstage altercation. But that's what it says on the little marquee in Plant City. It says our spicy chicken sandwich hits harder than Will Smith. You know, so I don't know what's gonna happen. Wait, hold on, let's see. God damn it. Get over here. Let's see. Okay, he's on. Sorry, I'm trying to. There it is. Share your screen.
Can you hear me?
Hey, there he is. Oh. I
Huh?
got you.
What's up, man?
I got
I
you.
had to open
buddy.
it back up on my phone. My microphone wasn't picking up.
Ah, okay. I got you, buddy. I got you now. You good?
All right, cool. Yeah, sorry about that. All of a sudden, my microphone stopped working, and then I couldn't. My computer's not even recognizing it now, so I had to turn it on my phone.
It's okay. We got you loud and clear now, buddy. You're cool. We were just talking about how the KFC in Plant City, their advertising marquee states our spicy chicken sandwich hits harder than Will Smith.
Yeah, I fucking love it, dude.
Yeah.
Not even mad.
But some people aren't forgiving Will Smith following.
Oh,
his
they don't
slap.
like that, huh? They're not
No.
into that.
No, they're I guess they're still raving about, him hitting Chris Rock.
Yeah, what do you think about all of that?
I understand. I don't know. I don't know exactly what's going on with Jada Pinkett Smith. I was under the assumption that they were very quiet about their private life, but I guess they're not.
They're really not.
But in retrospect, I don't think, to be honest with you, okay, he made a joke. I don't think it was the right time or place to do that. I think that
it was literally his job, though, was to make jokes. So
no, not about the jokes. I'm talking about the physical altercation. I don't think that
well, that's on Will. That ain't on.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, okay, so he made a joke. There's been far more worse jokes made at different roasts, than what he did with her.
Oh yeah, big time.
And for Will Smith to sit there and laugh and then look at her and go, "Oh, okay, well, I got to go do something now," and then go up there and slap. I mean, that's like a 180 type of turnaround. And
Yeah, and that's been my criticism, is that if you look at him first, he's laughing about it, and then all of a sudden he's like, "Oh shit, I gotta do something about this."
right.
She's not too happy about that.
And the thing is that it opens up for more actors to say, "Hey, you know what? If Will Smith can do it, I can go up there and do something." And it's like, all right, well then now you've got to have security around the stage, and that way people can't sit there and bum rush the stage. But I don't think that was very professional of him to do that. Regardless of how he feels, I don't think it's very professional. I think that he could have took him backstage and said, "You know what? I didn't like that as a friend, as a colleague, as a brother. I didn't like that. That was very inappropriate, and so forth. What's the point of doing that on stage in front of millions?"
I mean, to look like you're standing up for your woman.
Oh.
In all honesty, I feel like that's all it was.
Okay, well, I mean,
he wanted to create this appearance of, it was like a facade, man.
but I think there's other ways to handle that.
Well, definitely.
I mean, there's like I said, he's made more jokes, at different roasts than he did with her, the other night. I mean, that's. But I don't think it was warranted. I don't think it was very professional. I don't care if he was trying to do whatever. You know what I mean? Because like I said, it was just it was just words. It wasn't okay. Let me ask you this: with whatever she has, right? Is she dying from this?
No, it's alopecia. It means you lose your hair.
Okay, that's it, right?
Yep.
So there's nothing like she's not dying. She doesn't have, stage 4 cancer.
Right.
She's not going through chemo.
It's embarrassing, if anything, but she's rocking that bald head. So
hey,
she's killing it.
Yeah.
She looks a little bit like an alien, but whatever.
Hey, and maybe she should be proud of what she has. I mean, maybe she should take it to heart and say, you know what, oh, that was a funny joke, and yeah, that was cool, because
well, I mean, it was a very tame joke, like you said. Like there was nothing really.
He made a joke about G.I. Jane, which it was I can't remember her name, but Demi Moore, I think, or something like that. She shaved her head for the role, okay,
Right,
and he just made a joke about that, and to me, I didn't think it was, anything.
it was tame as hell.
Yeah, it was nothing about, nothing illicit or nothing perverted or nothing like that.
Like I brought up the last time we were talking about it, he did a cameo on the King of the Hill show, which is a cartoon show aimed at families and the younger sorts or whatever. And he was cruder on that thing in a very funny way, but he was more crude on that than that joke was.
Right.
You know what I mean? It was nothing.
Well, and that's the problem. It's like people just are too sensitive, like we talked about earlier, and I really don't think Will Smith was going to sit there and do anything, to be honest with you. I think that Will Smith was just really thought it was funny as hell, and he was going to be like, oh, ha, ha, laugh, go.
Right, until he looked over and saw the death stare.
Yeah, and if it was me, I'd be like, really? Well, I mean, I'm not, what do you want me to do? You want me to go up there and beat his ass? I mean, come on,
No, she did. Absolutely what she wanted.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I would have been like, do whatever you want to. Give me whatever stare. I don't care. But I'm not going to sit there and like go up there and I mean, would you sit there and do anything? Or, I mean, would you go up there and say something?
No, I would have laughed. Because it was fucking funny.
Yeah. You're in the business of entertainment, comedy. You know what I mean? I mean, hell, you laugh at the jokes that they make, like I said, on the roastings on Comedy Central, where they sit there and pick at them for like, bad jokes or bad hair days or bad, whatever. But somebody makes a bald joke about you, and
yeah, right.
all of a sudden it's like, whoops, my bad. Here's a shotgun. Let me show it to you. You better say you're sorry. It's like, but you were just laughing like 2 seconds ago. What happened?
Yeah,
to
exactly.
That? What happened?
Just a second.
Yeah, you were laughing at my joke, and then all of a sudden I said G.I. Jane and bald, and there you go. And now you've got a double barrel pointed at my eyes. Come on. It's like I said, you're in the entertainment business. You're there to entertain. Everybody is funny with everybody, no matter what. Don't. That's it. She actually should let this, be sort of a forefront for her. She should use this, like use this to where she can sit there and say, hey, I have this condition and this is what happens to it and this is what happens to my body and, you know, blah, blah, blah. And use those as...
Secret. It's not like people are like confused by it. You
Well,
know what I mean?
I didn't know she had it.
Yeah.
Cause, I mean, I don't follow them. You know what I mean? I don't sit there and follow all these celebrity people. But nevertheless, like I said, she should actually like run with this and say, you know what, you know, all this other blah blah blah, and let it work for her. You know, instead of doing it against her. You know, but sometimes these people just don't think.
I don't think she does. I think it was literally just a matter of, you know, I think it was a power thing, honestly.
A power thing over Will Smith, you think?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and it might be. It might be a power struggle over Will Smith, but
So
you know,
I really feel bad for. Said last time too. I feel really bad
for Will Smith.
Yeah, I really do.
I do too, because it's like
he's been getting sadder and sadder every time I see him.
Yeah, I probably the clip of him doing that is probably the first time I've seen him outside of a movie, you know. But then it's, you know, it's the life you lead too. You know what I mean? So, I mean, you want to live like a rock star, you got to be willing to you know, pay like the rock star. You know what I mean?
Living like.
What's that?
He's living like a rock star.
I mean, I'm just saying, if he's living like a rock star, you know, that's just the phrase, you know, that,
yeah,
you know, he's, you know, whatever he's doing, but, you know, it's the life, it's the career he chose, you know, so, you know, he chose to entertain people, and so does she. You shouldn't be taking it so serious. That's what I think. But then again,
yeah,
I don't
definitely will. Yeah. Definitely Will took it overboard. He did not need to go there.
I don't think Will should have done what he done. To be honest with you, I think he should. I think he should have just took one for the team and said, you know what, just laugh it off, and that's it.
Yeah, shut up. It was funny.
Yeah, you know, it's like ha ha ha. Okay, take one for the team. That's good. But you know, what do you say? I mean, you know, it's these actors, you just can't, you know, bring them nowhere. Yeah, they're going to fight like little kids and, you know, argue and bicker and bitch and be in their own little world, you know. So,
but you make movies. You love working with actors.
You know, I do, and then I don't. Because because there was one that we did for the what's it called? It was Slasher Weekend, right? And I got, you know, a hold of this person, you know, she was, I guess, an actor through HOS, and got her number and to give to Joel, you know, so he can call her, and Joel called her. And then, you know, we got her on set, and she's like, well, I want like $500. And I'm like, sorry.
Okay.
I'm like, what?
That's cheap.
I'm like, $500. I'm like, you realize that we're on a shoestring budget here, right? You know,
$500 is cheap.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess. So then, you know, we're filming, and, you know, all it was just, Joel just wanted a shot of, you know, her, you know, just her ass. You know what I mean? Just walking through the woods.
What?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh.
And then she gets killed at the end. You know, with, you know, slice of her neck, and I had to prosthetic her neck and stuff like that. But yeah, she wanted $500, you know, bucks for the shoot, and I go, good luck with that. And so then, you know. Fast forward, film's already out. We're promoting it, right? This is back when I was doing Radio USF, and I invite her to come over and do, and so does Joel, come over to the station and do like a promo for the film, you know.
Right.
And she goes, "Well, I want $500 to talk about it."
So, but that's she's doing what she's supposed to do. honestly.
No. She's
Yes.
no, she's doing exactly what a stingy little actor wants.
No.
Because this was discussed prior to even her coming on here. We told her that, hey, listen, you're not getting paid for this. You'll get credit, you know, on IMDb. But
Oh
you
well,
won't
I mean,
get-
if that's the case, then yeah, that's different. But
you know, but even to
I mean,
talk
like, if I
on
was
the
her agent,
radio.
I'd be like, you better be getting all kinds of money.
Now hold
all
on.
appearances.
But to talk on the radio and to want to request $500 to talk on the radio for advertising, no, that's
Sure.
uncalled for.
Yeah, I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
I'd have been like, bitch, you keep on walking. You know what I mean? You know, because you weren't that good on film, anyways. So,
Not your butt, eh?
so, but yeah, so that's the kind of thing. And I had one. What was another one? We were filming at the studio one time, and I had everybody waiting outside, you know, waiting for them to come in. And this one guy knocks on the door, and he goes, I go, yes, can I help you? And he goes, I'm here. I'm Ian Stevens, I think his name is. And he goes, I'm here for Joel D. Winecoop. And I go, well, that's great. And I lock the door right behind him.
Oh, geez, why?
Because he was trying to get into the side of the studio, and we were filming inside there. You know, we told all the actors that just to wait outside. You know, we'll give them waters and stuff like that because we're filming inside. You know, but he thought he was going to come inside, kind of bamboozled me to come inside, and I said, nope, sorry about your luck, kid. Pack sand. You know, and that's the kind of stuff you have to deal with actors. You get some of those people that are like that. You know, I think that they're better than everybody else. You know, like a Tom Cruise type of mentality,
Or mine.
or yours, yeah,
Right.
or mine, I guess. You know.
Oh yeah, yours is the worst.
Am I very narcissistic on this show?
Absolutely.
Really? That's not a bad thing, I don't think.
Well, beauty's in the eye, isn't it?
At least I don't say the show's about me.
They better be loving me.
Give me my egg sandwich.
Matt the Savior gets all the love. It better be about me.
I want all the stickers about me.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't know, man. I think it kind of comes with the territory, though. Like to be in the entertainment kind of, especially on video, like as an actor or something like that, you kind of have to be a narcissist. Like everybody, like just the job in and of itself is narcissism. Like it's like
yeah, of course.
I'm so great. You should take video of me doing stuff.
Well, of course, because they actually like train you. You know, excuse me. You can actually go through like a course, you know, where like some of these people who are like getting trained on how to act, you know, in acting school, and when you walk down the red carpet, you know, how to stand, how to, you know, pose your chin over your shoulder to get the best shot, you know, and stuff like that. All that is sort of, you know, kind of taught to you, you know, but and that's what, you know, these people want.
No, but I feel like I'm a great actor without all that.
You don't like
You
to
know
pose
why?
over your shoulder?
Do what now?
Do you like to pose over your shoulder?
Yeah, of course.
All right.
I mean, you know, you got to get the good angles.
That's
I'm
true.
good at flattering angles.
You are very flattering at certain angles.
See what I'm saying? Mostly the backside. Heyo. Number 2 twerk girl of Tampa.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I got fucking trophies.
You got what?
I got trophies from being just fucking phenomenal at twerking.
That's great. That's That's not what I wanted to hear.
You know, you voted for me. Remember that time you came out to Dallas Bowl?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, sure. Dallas
And you
Bull.
voted for me, didn't you?
Yeah, I think so.
You
Yeah.
better have, Dick. Oh, I won either way. So
Yeah, I mean, you got the twerking. You twerked it. Hey.
the twerk.
Worked it, twerked it. Hey, there you go.
I work, baby.
Yeah, you know how to work it, twerk it.
I know how to. I can move it, move it. What is that? I like to move it, move it.
I like to move it.
Move it. That's right.
So,
But
speaking of move it and holy shit moments and that type of thing, a skydiver
grooving.
miraculously survives after hitting the ground at 200. Well, it's in kph, so I wonder what that is. And what is that in pH?
Yeah.
She was going towards the ground at 200 kph. You know how to transfer that over to miles?
I mean, it's a Google search away. I'm sure.
I'm sure.
It looks like Todd's already doing it. We got our moderator on it.
So
It is 124 miles an hour.
okay, so this. Hold on, let me see if I can play the audio with this. Hold on. Let's see if I can do that. Where's the audio? There it is.
I got some granny panties.
A skydiver
Do you
from
hear her
Virginia
falling?
miraculously survived.
What's that?
You hear her falling?
No, this is her in the hospital.
She's like, "Yeah, guys, I'm all right."
After I guess, they evaluated her, so I don't know.
After slamming into the ground at 200
Yeah, what did she
kilometers
fall
per
from?
hour.
Hold on.
They're about as
Jordan Hatmaker fell over 4,000 meters after her parachute got tangled around her leg. The 35-year-old was still conscious upon impact. She felt excruciating pain as she suffered a broken back,
Yeah,
leg,
right.
and ankle.
Is
Jordan
something
was
playing?
hospitalized for 25 days and started walking again 3 months after the accident.
He doesn't have enough lives, so I can't.
The adrenaline junkie won't let the
Oh, it's
terrifying
not live.
fall hold her back.
It's online.
You're
She has
not
plans to
sharing your
climb to
screen anymore.
Everest
Yeah,
Base
that's
Camp
true.
in November and says she will
Discord.
take to the skies again one day.
Oh.
I survived after hitting the ground. Oh, geez. So this is like Peggy Hill.
No.
This happened to Peggy Hill.
But I mean, just imagine, you're parachuting.
Yeah, and your parachute doesn't open. Jesus.
Well, it's like your first time parachuting,
Of-
and
Literally the fear you have when going. What if your chute doesn't open? It'll open.
oh yeah, you got this.
It'll open. Stop being a baby.
Stop being a pussy and go out the door.
Just jump out of a perfectly good airplane. I had to learn how to walk again, but it was worth it. Like, come on.
I'll go
bro.
do it again, coach. You want to check tape?
Look at her. Look at her. Yeah, I used to free run across my apartment building. Now I can only free climb. Like,
But I
I'm
mean,
so-
just
I'm a sensitive person.
just imagine though, you're traveling, through the air, and your parachute doesn't open at 124 miles an hour.
200 kilometers.
Yeah. And that's 124, right?
124 miles an hour.
Man. And you're just screaming towards the earth while your altimeter on your wrist is.
I'm surprised you
screaming
don't
at
have a heart attack during that.
To be honest with you, I
feel
think
like,
I
feel
would.
like you could get a heart attack. Just the pure fear and adrenaline from the act of falling and realizing that I'm going to die
Yeah.
when I hit the ground, and it's gonna hurt. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
It's gonna tickle.
Yeah, you're gonna feel it.
I think I'd probably I probably would have a heart attack.
What if you passed
definitely.
out?
I probably would.
What if she just like passed out, and that's what kept her alive because she just like ragdolled when she hit the ground instead of like tensing up,
Probably. I mean, just
because of the fear.
your
alone.
heart is pumping so fast, and
right?
you I mean, that's just the thought of that just hitting. Or just seeing the ground, before you hit it.
Jesus.
That's that's kind of oof.
Ugh, things
Yeah.
that make you go, ugh.
Well, some say like if something like that happens, I guess the old myth is that you got to hit the ground like on your tailbone because you'll have a lot more, or close to your butt or whatever. Because you have
Hair advice. Don't listen to bull guys.
it's not my advice. That's just what I heard.
Okay.
Well, I mean, how would you hit the ground then?
Just whatever way happened. I don't, I would try to be on probably my backside, but not my tailbone. Like I don't want that kind of compression going all the way up my spine like that. No, that sounds terrible. It sounds awful.
But if you survive, though.
Yeah, if I survive, I'm gonna have permanent back injury, which is probably gonna happen either way. But I don't know, man. Like
I think I'd try
I would be dying, and I wouldn't be trying to lessen my. I don't know. I expect I expect that I'm dead in about 3 seconds. Is probably exactly what I'd think about.
Yeah, I agree with you because I'm thinking.
I'd be panicking. I'd be blacking out. I'd be pissing myself. A little poo might come out. I'd be cut, but I wouldn't be able to hear it because I'd be moving too fast. Yeah, all these things. Yeah,
I don't know. I think I just have a lot of memories go by, to be honest with you, and then probably like as soon as I
quick slideshow of my life. Yeah,
and then probably as soon as I know I'm gonna hit the ground, just close my eyes and just
close my eyes, and brace,
just brace for impact. Because if you survive, right, it's going to hurt.
Oh yeah, it's almost like you'd rather die in a way because the pain and the rehab from it is going to be awful.
Because you're going, oh god, this is going to tickle if I survive. This is going to really tickle, and then
I wouldn't even surviving wouldn't even come to my mind. Like I wouldn't even consider that as a reality.
No,
I'd already be dead. Once my chute didn't open,
right,
my brain would go into pure "you're dead" panic mode.
Yeah, that's it. Count the stars. Cancel Christmas. Kitchen's closed.
My life, cussed a few times, pissed shit. Just from fear, I assume that would happen, and and just be prepared to die. I guess
that's all you gotta do. Yeah, cancel Christmas. Kitchen's closed.
Cancel Christmas. Kitchen's closed.
But I probably do the same thing, but I don't know. I would probably like I said, close my eyes and just sort of just wait, and then hope for the best. And then if I survive, I'd probably get up and go. They go, "Are you okay? You all right?" I'm like, I'd be like, "Let me just sit here for a minute and just sort of recollect my thoughts."
Oh, you're getting carried, my dude. You're not getting up.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, before you guys touch me, let me just recollect my thoughts if I'm alive, to make sure I'm still alive, and then, the pain rushes throughout the body. It's like, okay, time for pain meds. Let's go, But yeah, that's incredible. That's if that says something for somebody looking out for you, I don't know what will. You know what I mean?
That's not what that tells me.
No.
I got some of Granny panties.
A sky.
What does that? What does that tell you?
That
That's something.
What?
Okay, let me ask you this: do you
light enough? I guess. Like my fat ass would die. I'd explode on impact.
what?
You know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry. That was really funny.
Like,
'Cause I had a visual of that. I was like, wow.
I would explode on impact. Exactly. Is exactly
What happened to Matt? He imploded.
Right. Well, he went skydiving, so naturally.
Yeah, yeah. But just the thought of you surviving an impact that the odds of should have killed you.
Right.
You know.
I'd definitely have a new lease on life. Right.
But I mean, wouldn't that sort of say that there's something, sort of, keeping their hand or their eye or their something,
No.
From.
Not to me. So, I mean, to some, sure. I would be like, well, I mean, I've got to make the most out of this since I basically got a second chance.
Yeah.
But am I thanking a God for that? No. I'm not.
I probably would.
That doesn't do it for me.
I'd be like, well,
that just means science.
that'd be I don't know. I would be like, you know what? There's somebody above, that's watching out that could sit there and take, fat ass like me, and do it like 200 miles an hour, like a NASCAR, coming down to earth, and then just hit the earth without splatting everywhere, That was
she had a soft patch of land. She only weighed 90 pounds, dripping wet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like all these things. Like she had some factors working for her. She probably flipped over, and the pack actually absorbed a lot of the blows.
Probably.
In there, it was basically landing on a big pillow. Did it hurt? Absolutely. I'm not saying it didn't. I'm just saying, like, there's science there.
I would have splattered.
That is the actual reason as to why it worked out the way it did. I wouldn't say, "Oh, Lord Almighty, you saved my life," and now, like, I don't think
I wouldn't say that. I would say, like, there's for somebody, regardless of how the person landed, the person survived. And not many people survive something like this. Like you see more people surviving lightning strikes than you do skydiving accidents. So to sit there and say that, you're sort of in an elite class to say, I survived, 124 mile an hour, downfall. That's, and then to survive. That's saying a lot right there, because that's a very powerful message. It's like, wow, that's, somebody is whether you believe in God or not, somebody is looking out for you because you should have been dead.
No, I mean that's fine. You can think that, but I don't. I think that it just shows that there's some science there that kept me alive.
Right. Yeah.
I'm still gonna be thankful and grateful and try to make the most out of my second chance.
Yeah.
But no, I'm not saying that means somebody's watching out for me, or no. I mean, but some people can, if you need that kind of thing in your life, that's fine. Like,
I don't know. That's probably what I'd be thinking. I'd be like, man, somebody is looking out for me.
Religious and stuff.
Huh?
All of a sudden, you'd be super religious.
No, I wouldn't be super religious. I would just be like, I'd be like, wow, like you said, I'd have a second lease on life, and change things and stuff like that. But it does sort of make you think. I think subconsciously that it's like just like get hit by lightning. It's like, wow, I should have been dead. That's the whole thought. That's the basic idea. And somehow, some way, whether it be science or religion, something wants me back still living and breathing. Whether you get bit by a rattlesnake and survive, or you get bit, or you get hit by lightning, or, in this case, this woman, survived a skydiving accident,
I'd argue that it's you and your own biology that's keeping you alive. Our will to survive internally is so strong, you know what I mean, that we just breathe and stuff involuntarily.
True.
I don't know. But it's fine. I mean, yeah, you can go, either route. I assume a lot of people will go the religious route.
I assume so too, because I mean, it's But then I also assumed that, people would probably be like, wow, this is like, like you said, a more scientific thing, that, and whatnot. Or
No, I go there because I'm cold. I don't know that most people would.
Yeah, okay. I can see where you're going with that too. Yeah, I mean, like you said, it's to each his own. It's subjective. You don't know what you're gonna do until you're in that position. Most definitely. Just like with me and my surgery. It didn't know what I was gonna do until I was having it. So, but nevertheless, I mean that's an amazing story. How often can you tell somebody that I survived a parachute fall? So at 124 miles an hour, that's pretty neat. I don't know.
All right, man. Well, let's wrap this one up. It's been a Monday.
Yeah, it's we're going in and out on the satellite. So
yeah, that's been.
So
I have to work that up. I don't know why all of a sudden my mic isn't working.
It's okay. We'll get it worked out for next Monday. So
yeah, man.
All right, we'll see you next Monday at 9:00.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Social Reload Show.
Go get you some.
Go get you some. And please watch out for those skydiving parachutes.
Yeah, obviously.
You don't want to get trapped in falling 124 miles an hour.
But apparently you might survive, so there's that.
If you
Look
hit
forward to the pain of that.
I don't like that. No. So
I don't like that. No.
No. So all right, we'll see you guys next Monday. Social Reload Show.
Every Monday.
Every
Not
Monday.
Peace.
Peace.